All right, so I'm gearing up to do the Clash of Champions. Talked about it in a couple other videos, teams 2021. I'll show them actually instead of just talking about them. And for a couple of games, the 82 New York Islanders and the 1983 Boston Bruins, they've both won a couple of replays projects that I've done for the year 2021. And so I'm playing shootout hockey actively, but it's been a little while since I played a game of Mike Owens Quick Play Pro Hockey, and so I thought I would just come on and do like a one-off, an exhibition game, and kind of show how it's played, and hopefully in doing so be able to remind myself of how it's played also. So thought what I would do here is pick a couple of teams and again just kind of show how you set up and play the game. It's not entirely dissimilar, and in fact it is influenced by, Martin admits it himself. It A game that I've played quite frequently recently on this channel, which is Five Dice Hockey, and yeah, that game is reminiscent of this one, or this one is reminiscent of that one, or however it is, whatever chicken egg order. This game obviously came first, but anyway, before I get too tired, because I didn't realize how tired I was until I turned this on. So I thought I'd take a couple of teams here. The 1995 Quebec Nordiques. This is from the same league that the 83 Boston Bruins ended up winning the championship in. I took a couple of teams from the era of 1970 to 1985, some of the best teams to have played but not won the Stanley Cup during that 25-year quarter century period in the NHL, again running from 70 to 95. And so two of those teams were the 75 Buffalo Sabres and the 1995 Quebec Nordiques. And setting up to play this game, as I recall, of course. So I think I did actually. I looked at some stuff before turning the camera on. So first things first, actually, normalization will factor into this one because the Nordiques there with a normalization of 15 and Buffalo with a number, N number there, normalization of 16, means that the Sabres were and what would be considered a slightly stronger era for the NHL, at least with fewer teams, and so the talent was more concentrated. And let's imagine, I actually didn't really think who I would put at home and on the road. Let's say, I'm trying to think actually what would be the best. The visitor defense is really poor, so let's put Quebec at home, so hopefully we get a more competitive matchup. So the Sabres, their visitor offense is 20, and Quebec's home defense is 24 rather, and Quebec's home defense being 9. So that's going to give the Sabres a base score of 33, whereas Quebec's home offense is 24, and the Sabres visitor defense is 13, so it's 37. So you start with 37 and 33 for the respective teams, but with the normalization, you would add 1 to Buffalo's score and then subtract 1 from Quebec's score. So instead of a 37-33 matchup, this is going to be a 36-34 matchup. I think I'll use red for the Nordiques. We'll put down Quebec's base score, 36, and Buffalo's base score of 34. And of course, these scores, they add up to 70. And so figuring out the likelihood that there will be a scoring chance in the game, you take that combined score of 70 and you come over to this chart where you get an 11 to 33. So scoring chances for either team will be triggered with a dice roll of 33 or lower, for which I usually mark something just to remind myself as I'm going through. So I guess you could say less than or equal to 33, right, where they add up to 70. And then you're going to take this here 36, and usually actually normally I use Google for the division of this, but so it's going to guesstimate, but I just double check 36 into 70, so 0.514. So what you do with that 0.514 is you come back over to this chart right here, 0.514. This is working out the home team scoring. So it's going to be 26 to 56 for the Nordiques, meaning that the Sabres will have a scoring chance on a follow-up roll of 11 to 25 or a 61 to 66. So again, for the Nordiques, that is 26 to 56. And then for the Sabres, we'd be looking at 11 to 25 and 61 to 66. It's all coming back to me. Anyway, so again, 75 Sabres and 95 Nordiques. And this here, I'm trying to think how I can best position this. Might have to zoom out a little here so that I can refer to this a little bit later on. I don't really need to see pull the goalie in time of the goal, so maybe what I'll do is put this here up above, position this here. The close game factor, we may get to it in the third period, and hopefully I won't choke and fumble and have nervous gaffes with that. But okay. And maybe what I'll do with the timer actually here. Let's just, again, I thought I'd do this one kind of spontaneous. Sorry if that's bothersome style-wise to anybody. I just kind of like to, I guess I like to do it on the fly. So I get the idea to do this again. I'm planning on playing a series, a total goal series shortly with a couple of games. And this is one of them. So I just kind of wanted to work out the kinks because it has been a little while for me in this game. So maybe I'll put the timer up here, actually. Yeah, that looks a little bit better, more like it. I use this timer for a variety of games. You can even see there, though it says Quick Play Pro Hockey Clock. So maybe I'll do something like that, try to keep the dice over here in the corner. And yeah, and away we go with it, although normally what I would do at this time as well is grab the scoreboard. So we'll grab the cards here. I guess this is a bit of a live setting up. In my defense as well, had I waited too much longer to set up before turning the camera on, I mean, it's already starting to get a little late, so we'll go with that. So you got Buffalo here, and again, the Sabres is 75 against the Nordiques of 95, and hopefully I've done everything correctly. Pretty sure that I have. And any questions, feel free as always. You can ask them publicly in comments. You can ask them privately at hockeyunreal@gmail.com. I will grab a puck to move time as I'm rolling through this, and just double checking as well, because again, I do play a few hockey games that are similar for the progression of time. But one thing that I can show as well, I'm pretty sure that it would be here, although I'm not seeing it immediately. This is Peter Miller's a quick reference for the game, and I'm pretty sure it's 1-0 minutes. What is it? 1-0 minutes, 2 1 minute, 3 and 4 2 minutes, and then 5 and 6 3 minutes. Pretty sure that that's what it is. As I recall, so, but it is, maybe it's here, it's specified here for the timer. It's, yeah, there it is right there. So yeah, 1, roll of 1, and this will be in the white die, 0 minutes. Although it doesn't really matter the color, I don't think, but 2 1 minute, 3 or 4 2 minutes, 5 and 6 3 minutes. Kind of similar to 5 dice hockey, except that for 5 dice hockey, you do elapse or advance 4 minutes for a roll. Okay, that's not quite visible, for a roll that is, or for a roll of 6 here is what I'm trying to say. Okay, anyway, I'll figure that out. Okay, so yes, this is the game, and I would also highly recommend, I should link in the description to this video to Peter Miller's video that sold me on the game. He's got a game between New York and Minnesota that he plays with this, so trying to get everything here in view. Again, the name Mike Owens, Quick Play. And anyway, what are we at? 8 minutes in now, so I'll have to timestamp it and show when the game actually starts if you just want to see me roll through the game, because it should be a pretty good matchup, hopefully. And anyway, again, 75 Sabres and the 95 Nordiques. So we roll with it. This one here I basically just keep for stats afterward. I might just do goal scores actually to save some time. But anyway, it kind of works like this. So I got a 23 here, 2 and a 3. And so what that means is that I advance a couple of minutes, but also because it's a 23, that would also mean indicate a scoring chance for one team or another a couple of minutes in here. And so the follow-up roll, again, if it's, goodness, why did I cover those? So 11 to 25 or 61 to 66, it'll be Buffalo. And then 26 to 56, it will be Quebec. So let's see here. Do that. Okay. Anyway, so it's a 42, so it's going to be a chance for the Quebec Nordiques. And so what I do now is I come over to this here chart to see whether or not it's a goal. When you actually get the hang of it, it's a lot faster than this and a lot less deliberate than this. But yeah, I'm just going to roll a 2d6 again. This time measured from 2 to 12. And so a 3 and a 6 is a 9. It says it's going to be a save there. So we go with it here. Whoops, and why did I drop all 3? So with 64, we're going to advance another couple of minutes. And with the 64, there is no chance there for either team. 16, so here we're going to take another 3 minutes off the clock now up to minute 7. And 16 means, again, we get a chance for one team or another. The 53, once again, it's a Quebec chance. And Quebec with 4 and the 3, so the 7 we look is going to be another save made by I believe Don Epworth, Jared Desjardins. Anyway, forget that. I have the goalies actually on the newer cards for this, and again, I guess every time I get a little nervous, I'm going to end up picking up that third die by mistake. Anyway, we're up to minute 9 now with the 24. Again, that's below 33. So again, another chance here. Few chances here in the opening 10. 61. So we're going to finally get a Sabres chance, and with a 2 and a 1, so 3. That's going to be a save as well. In the third period, that save with an asterisk does mean that Buffalo. If we check the close game factor here, Quebec is 9, Buffalo is 8. So. That would still be a save for the superior team, but it's possible if Quebec does that to Buffalo, they could roll it into a goal. Anyway, 25, so 3 more minutes coming off the clock now at the minute 12 and the 25. It's beneath 33, so the follow-up there with the 23. Again, it's going to be Buffalo's chance. And Buffalo with the 2 and the 1, 3 again. So again, we have another save here. Good goaltending matchup early. I'm trying to think, too, if it was Fils for Quebec. So up to 14 there with the 23. Again, another chance. A lot of low rolls in the red. A lot of 2s actually rolled in the red. So 22, that benefits Buffalo. I'm sure they don't mind. And 3 and a 6. So again, here we have a 9. That's going to be yet another save. So not, it's not for a lack of chances here, but we still have a scoreless game. 3 minutes now. Advance up to minute 17. And 45 being higher than 33, so no chance. Okay, where we get a 43, so again, we're going to advance a couple of minutes now. So toward the end of 1, and 2 and a 3, so again, another couple of minutes here, but time will roll over into the second period, again, like with the Game 5 Dice Hockey. And here in the second frame, actually, in the early going, we will get another chance to 22, so that rolls out to again, Buffalo. And with the 5 and the 1, the 6, so again, that's going to be another save. Okay, so 4 here. So 2 more minutes coming off the clock now, up to 3 in the 54. Again, we don't have anything going on there. 3 more coming off the clock, so up to minute 6 now, with the 35 being just higher than 33, out of the range of either team. Where we get a 34 as well, so a lot of 3s now here in period 2, where there were 2s in period 1 on the red die. Up to minute 8 though. Almost halfway through regulation with nothing. Anyway, so we're up to 10. I have some pretty high-scoring games in this league, but this, when I was playing it, this isn't one of them. Anyway, 13, that is lower, so we will get a chance, at least in the chance here. The 2 and the 6, so that is Quebec just narrowly there. And let's see, we have a 2 and a 2 this time. So the Quebec Nordiques, they have struck first here in period 2, and actually exactly 30 minutes into the game. I'm not going to do overtime or anything like that if it's tied. I wasn't even going to do the full game, but it is a pretty quick playing game, hence the name Quick Play Pro Hockey. So 1-0 Quebec score here, and if you want to know who scored the goal, you just take the three dice this time. It's 3-6. It's going to be veteran Paul McDermott there with the goal for Quebec. And if you want to know how many assists, 2 to 8 will be 2 assists, and 9 and 10, it's a single assist. That's a 7, so there will be a pair of assists. And so don't think I'll do this every time, but 443, that's how I do it. I go red, white, blue. And so 443, I would be looking at Valerie Kamensky with the primary assist. And with the secondary assist, I guess I could grab the pointer. A little too late for that, but anyway, better late than never. Joe Sakic with the secondary, so an interesting line combo there of Paul McDermott, Valerie Kamensky, and Joe Sakic. Maybe somebody was in the middle of changing, and there was an opportunity that arose out of that. So anyway, again, I only have to drop to 2 now that the goal has been scored. Hope I'm doing this correctly. Anyway, 3 more coming off the clock. Almost wanted to move it 4 like it was 5 dice. So 13 minutes now, 46 higher than 33, no chance. 52, same thing, another minute and no chance. 51, we stay in the same minute with that white die roll of 1. I think that's the first time that's happened in this game. 2 more minutes come off the clock, so here's 16 into period 2. We'll get another chance. And with a 22, it's going to be a chance for the Sabres to tie the game. With a 1 and the 4, that's indeed what they do. So Buffalo here with the goal scored. So we have a 1-1 hockey game late in period 2 against 75 Sabres up against the 95 Nordiques. And scoring the goal for Buffalo. That's a 644, lower on their roster as well. So we're looking here. That's going to be Fred Stanfield, another veteran. The veterans providing the scoring here. Stanfield, pretty sure was in the relative twilight of his career by the time he came over to Buffalo from Boston. Anyway, so 644 there for Stanfield. Again, if I want to know if it's 2 assists, 1 assist, or unassisted, I can roll these again where I get a 9. So it's just going to be a single assist on the goal. Might as well roll to see who it is. We got a 225 here. So 225 is Rene Robert. So Fred Stanfield maybe taking a shift in Perot's place and for the French connection there. And Rene Robert picking up the assist on the goal as a result. That or Robert was double shifting. Anyway, so again, I don't have to drop that, but I did it. It's a nervous habit, whatever. It's been a while for this one. 3 coming off the clock here. So we got a minute left to go in period 2. In the 26, we're going to be just under 33. Hopefully I've not screwed that up. Anyway, and so 23 in the follow-up is going to be the Sabres with a chance here to take the lead late in period 2, headed into period 3. Unfortunately, because it's still in period 2, the close game factor not in effect. And again, Buffalo is the lower CGF anyway there. So, oops. So we're going to take another minute off the clock here now, the final minute here in the second period. And with 32, again, it'll be a chance. And the chance 25, again, it's Sabres. All Sabres here late in the second with the 5 in the fourth, though. It means another big save there for Fiset, Thibault, Hextall. Who else saw some time? It's a little past Tugnuts time. I just can't recall right now at this hour, especially. I want to use as a lame excuse. So anyway, 3 minutes into period 3 now with the 16 again, another chance. And 35 this time. So it is the Nordiques' chance. The Nordiques, who do have the higher close game factor by 1. There's a little chart over here showing the close game factor differences. And with the 2 and the 2, the 4, it doesn't matter. Close game factor, nothing. It's going to be Quebec actually taking the lead here. 2-1. I'm going to roll the goals anyway, even if it makes the video a little longer. It's just fun to do. So anyway, 2 for me at least. So 223, it's going to be Nolan. Nolan, who had 30 goals in 48 games that season. And 2 assists. Let's see, it was a short and 48 game season. So 2 and a 5, so we will get 2 assists. So it is Nolan from 664. That's going to be Adam, I guess Adam Footer, Bill Huard. What I would do there is, and again, maybe I'm house ruling it, I'd just go even or odd. So let's say even, well, I was going to say even Foot, odd Huard. So I guess it's Nolan from Huard. And again, rolling the 3. Secondary assist, 636 is, I was going to say maybe Foot's destined for an assist anyway, but that's going to be Chris Simon. So 2-1 Quebec, 3 minutes into the third, and 2 more off the clock now at the minute 5. Again, another chance. So maybe we'll get some scoring here. Late 36, again, it is the Nordiques. Sorry, I keep covering that up with the cards. So the Nordiques. And with a 6 and the 3, the 9, and there is no asterisk there. So we just keep on going here before we get another 63 up to minute 7. And 53, so up to minute 9. Okay, 32, so here, minute 10, again, another chance. And 21, it's Buffalo's. And Buffalo with the 2 and the 6, and that is a goal with an asterisk, And so the lower close game factor here of 1, the close game factor difference of 1, means that Buffalo, in order for this... in order for Buffalo to actually be credited with the goal here, this follow-up roll has to exceed 36. If it's within 11 to 36, then it means that the Nordiques have managed to keep the puck out of their net. So follow-up roll. And that's a 31. So unfortunately, the close game factor having a factor here, and it means that Quebec remains ahead 2-1, despite Buffalo scoring. So 4 and a 2, we take another minute off the clock without any chance. We're going to take another 2 off the clock without any chance here. So we're halfway through period 3 now. Another couple coming off the clock up to minute 15, and nothing doing there. And 6 and a 3, so another couple of minutes here up to minute 17. And we're going to stay in the same minute, though, and actually we will have a chance here. Late in it, so the 21, that's going to be the Sabres trying to tie the game here. They don't want to lose. 6 and a 4, they don't have to. That's going to be a straight goal at any time, any point. So a 2-2 tie here late in period 3. And, sorry, I'll roll for the goal scorer first. So tying the game here, clutch late, is it once again, I was going to say McDermott, he plays for wrong team. Jocelyn Gouvremont here late in period 3. Some unusual scores in this one, if I can say so myself. It's anyway, and whoops, okay. 4 and a 6, so that'll be a single assist on the goal. Gouvremont from 532. Again, I go red, white, and blue, so 532. Look over here, Peter McNabb. So Gouvremont from McNabb here. You could get the exact time as well, I suppose. What I would normally do for that, let me reach for grab D10 actually. It's done a certain way in the instructions. I've never done it that way. I would just do it this way. So we'll say d6 minus 1 and then 0 through 9. So I could say so that'd be 0 and 3. I would say at 16:03. Again, that's kind of how I do it. It's a little different in the rules, but that's how I would mark 60 seconds. The rules, I think it's 6 is 0 minutes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which also, I mean, that makes sense as well. That's logical. And I just put the white dot over there. Okay. So, anyway, late in period 3 here with about 3 to go, and we have a tie game. So, no pulling the goalie, I guess. Anyway, another minute coming off the clock. Might as well roll this out. There's only a couple minutes left in it here. Maybe I'll go to sudden death. Okay. So anyway, the final. I mean, that's it really. Unless there's maybe like a 21 follow-up roll, where I don't advance any time. With a 12 though, so let's say we go into sudden death now. We're 1 minute into overtime, and with that 12, we're going to get a scoring chance. And that chance, let's see, which by the way, when I do the 82 Islanders, 83 Boston Bruins, it's going to be 60 and done. But 63, that's going to be a chance for Buffalo. So maybe a come from behind win here. Okay, with a 6 and the 1, 7, so it's going to be a save. I might regret doing this. Another 61. 66, so 3 coming off the clock there, but no chance. We get another 61. We're going to get a 12 here, so minute 5. 52, that is Quebec. And Quebec 3 in the 1. Okay, there you go. So it's going to be decisive here in OT. And if you want to know who scored the game winner, let's find out. 3-2 here in overtime for the 95 Quebec Nordiques. The 95 Quebec Nordiques, who I thought would do a lot better than they did in the Redemption League. They got off to a really ice-cold start and did pretty well even to just barely make the playoffs in the end, but didn't really go far in them. Of course, drawing the 72 Rangers in the opening round is no treat. So about 5 in overtime here. Again, the Nordiques picking up the W in this one off in 5:36. A lot of low in the roster scores in this one. Andrei Kovalenko, though. Kovalenko, again, he played in Montreal as well, was traded to Montreal in the infamous Patrick Waugh trade. And so he's a pretty good goal scorer in his time. I remember actually I was happiest. I mean, happy is not, that's the wrong way to put it. But, Tebow, good prospect. Kovalenko was the goal scorer, but then Ruchinski ended up being the goal scorer once that trade was completed. Kovalenko didn't really do as well in Montreal. A lot of scorers don't actually. Sadly, for the offense goes to die in Montreal, and then it's resurrected when they leave. But anyway, so 5:36 Kovalenko, and let's see here, repressed memories relived. 31. It's going to be a 2 assist on the goal. The primary, going to 5:25 again, low down on the roster. It's so I'm almost going to award a Buffalo Sabre player an assist on Kovalenko's goal. Uwe Krupp. And the other one to 4:35 is Valerie Kamensky. So Kamensky picking up a couple of points in this one among Quebec's 3 goals. So anyway, I think I've done it correctly. If you're experienced with the game, Mike Owens, Quick Play Pro Hockey, and if I've overlooked anything, I wouldn't be entirely surprised at this hour, and also given the fact that it's been some months now, actually, since I last played this game, but I do want to gear up to, within the next day or so, play a couple of games of it with, again, the 82 Islanders and the 83 Boston Bruins. So anyway, as always, anytime, any consideration that you give to anything like this, I just greatly appreciate, any checking in. It's never expected, but it's always appreciated. And hopefully everybody's continuing to have, a good time of year this holiday. And hopefully if you choose to do so, including playing the game you want to play, the games you want to play, the way that you want to play it or them. All right. Cheers. All right. Thanks. Bye for now.